Well, hello, everybody. This is John Michael. It's the 21st Sunday of Ordinary Time. Today we hear the conclusion of the Bread of Life discourse. Now, Jesus teaches about the Eucharist. He teaches about his very self being the bread of life. You have to feed on his flesh and drink his blood. This is too much. People don't understand it. And so they say, we're leaving. And the crowd leaves. And he turns to the disciples and the apostles and he says, are you going to leave me too? And they said, Lord, to whom else can we go? You have the words of eternal life. So wow. Sometimes I feel like that in the church. I get discouraged. Sometimes it feels like, the pastor or the bishops or even the pope sometimes, come on guys, get with the program, quit flim-flamming around, get to it. And then I go, well, to whom else can I go? This is where the Eucharist comes from. It's where the Scriptures come from. This, Lord, you have the words of eternal life. To whom else can I go? So I stay, and I go deeper. I go deeper and deeper and deeper. So this is what happened with the apostles. They did not understand what Jesus was saying to them. So the same thing is true with the Eucharist today. Sometimes people hear the teaching of the Eucharist, and they go, oh, that's too much. We can deal with if it's a symbol, maybe. Well, it is a symbol, but it's more than a symbol. Jesus is truly present, body, blood, soul, divinity in the Eucharist. If it was only a symbol, they said we could deal with this. The Docetists in the early church, they said we don't believe that God took on flesh and blood, and he had a body and blood. So when you say that the Eucharist is the body and blood of Christ, that's too much. We're leaving. And they left. See, they said if it was only a symbol, we could do this. If it was only symbolic of Jesus, we could do this. If it was only in memorial of Jesus, we could do this. But it is that, but it's more than that. It's more than that. So how do we deal with the teaching of the Eucharist? Do we really believe it? It takes a miracle to see it. It took a miracle to see Jesus. It took a miracle of faith to believe that we could feed on him and drink of him. And it takes a miracle to see him in the Eucharist. What a great miracle. You want miracles? It's right there. Priest may be funky, the music may be lousy, but Jesus still shows up. That miracle happens at every Eucharist. You look to that, and you won't want to leave. You're going to want to stay for the rest of your life. I pray you have that kind of faith. I love you. All things are possible with God.